strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And incomplete to open things up.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 66 yards.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity to hit it and put together one of his best performances of the season.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here are the Bills now getting ready to go on offense for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 2nd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Hoffman. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right down the middle, and the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Over the middle, it's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
As they've got it as we resume action.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught. And he will have the Patriots first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
On play action, they'll throw.
To the right side and intercepted. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
And now out come the Patriots.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down. Looking to throw. James. And this is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. James. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Bust through the tackle. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Patriots take over.
Well, the home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And there's an example of not taking your practice work, your drill work, and turning it into game speed. You work on that all the time. 3rd and long, you want to let them make the catch, rally to the football, tackle them short of the sticks. The pursuit there, not that great.
Yeah, not great. That may be an understatement. That turned into a big play. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 17 yards out, and the Patriots have moved out in front.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver, because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. James. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, They've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw. James. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, James throwing middle, and it's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. James. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily You pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
That is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the Bucs who were able to get the victory at home. 31-14, the final. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
In motion to tight end.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. James. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. They'll look to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Holding. Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a toss here, short side. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10.
They'll start with the option.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off play action. James. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now it's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. James throwing to start the drive. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. James. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw. James. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Looking to throw. James.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Operating from the gun, James. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So the Bills now down 20-13, 1:45 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Now 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New England, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.